You ever see a crypto project flash some big, shiny security score and wonder, what does that actually mean? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a real smart contract audit. We're going to learn how to read between the lines, starting with the number that first caught our eye. So here it is, 88. This is the security score for a project called Gorilla. 88 out of 100. I mean, that sounds pretty solid, right? But think about it. Is a project with an 88 really 88% safe? See that number? It's just the beginning of the story, not the end. So let's dig in and see what's really going on here. Okay, first things first, let's get on the same page. A smart contract audit, at its core, is a technical inspection. Before a project launches, they hire a security firm to literally go through their code line by line. They're trying to make sure it does what it's supposed to do and, more importantly, hunt for any security holes that hackers could get their hands on. It's kind of like an engineer checking the blueprints for a skyscraper before they start building. And trust me, this process is no joke. The Gorilla contract was put through the ringer, tested against a whole list of common ways projects get attacked. Like, you see reentrancy up there? That's a nasty one, where an attacker can trick a contract into making repeated withdrawals. It's actually what caused the infamous DAO hack years ago. They also checked for things like integer overflows, which is a bug that can say turn a tiny number into a gigantic one. The good news? The contract passed 21 of these technical checks. That's a fantastic sign of solid coding. And all that testing leads us to this, the headline result. The auditors found zero, none, no high, medium, or low severity issues. So from a purely technical, code-level perspective, this contract got a clean bill of health. This is exactly the result the development team was hoping for. So, with a score of 88 and no major issues found in the code, we're all good, right? This project must be completely 100% safe to use? Well, hold on. This is the exact point where you have to learn to look past the headlines, because a clean technical report doesn't always tell you the whole story. And here's the but. While the audit found no critical issues in the code itself, it also pointed out something absolutely crucial, buried in the notes section. The contract owner keeps special privileges. Now, this isn't a bug in the code. Oh no, it's a deliberate feature, and it completely changes the risk profile of the project. So what kind of powers are we talking about here? Well, as the report points out, the owner can single-handedly decide when trading even starts. And they can also whitelist certain addresses, which basically lets them bypass the rules that apply to everyone else. Again, these aren't coding mistakes, but they are huge points of centralized control. You know, here's a really good way to think about it. The audit is like a home inspection. It's confirmed the foundation is solid, the wiring is safe, the plumbing works. Great. But it also noted that the person who built the house kept a spare key for themselves. The house itself might be perfectly secure, but that extra key out there, that introduces a completely different kind of risk, doesn't it? And the story does not end there. If you scroll all the way down to the disclaimer, you know, the part that everybody skips, you find this critical little sentence. The report clearly states it's for information purposes only, and you shouldn't rely on it. Now, that isn't just some lawyer talk. That's the auditor telling us very precisely what the limits of their work are. So what exactly is not covered? Well, the audit makes absolutely no judgment on the business model, whether it's a good investment, or even the security of the project's liquidity pools, which, by the way, it's where all the money is actually held. It is simply not a stamp of approval on the entire business. This quote from the audit really says it all. The analysis is purely based on the smart contracts alone. That means they looked at one specific piece of code totally in isolation. They didn't review the project's website or its marketing or any other part of its operation, just the code they were given. So, how can you actually use all this? Here's a simple 3-step framework. 1, look at the headline score and the list of technical issues. But 2, immediately go find the notes or owner privileges section to see if there are any centralized risks. And 3, always read the disclaimer to see what they explicitly said they did not look at. So here's the bottom line. A smart contract audit is an incredibly valuable technical checkup. Think of it like a mechanic confirming your car's engine is built perfectly. That's vital information. But it doesn't tell you if the car company is a good investment, and it definitely doesn't tell you if the person behind the wheel is a trustworthy driver. That score of 88 tells us the code is solid, but that's all it tells us. And that really leaves us with one last big thought.
An audit is a crucial piece of the puzzle for checking the technical foundation of a project, but it only checks the code. So it begs the question, who's checking the business case? Who's checking the team and the overall vision? That part, well, it turns out, is still up to you.